In this video, I'm going to discuss the challenges of staying innovative as your business scales and what you need to do as a business strategist to be successful at innovating while scaling. If you're a founder or a CEO of a technology startup that has a successful product already in market, this video is for you. Hey, I'm Mona Sabay. This is my YouTube series, Tech Startup Insiders. I've created these short videos to discuss tips and advice for early stage tech startups, their founders, CEOs, and senior leaders. If you enjoy this content, please hit the subscribe button. All new businesses must be innovative in some manner. For tech startups, you'll have to learn how to identify your moat or your key differentiation, build your minimum viable product or MVP, find your product market fit or PMF, and crush a number of other three-letter acronyms. In the beginning, your focus is and should be on relentlessly driving customer adoption of your first product. And if you're lucky, you will get to the point where you feel like your business is steady enough for you to say that you are now scaling it. Getting to the point where you're starting to scale your business is a big milestone. It means that you've figured out how to operate a sales motion that is efficient enough for you to make money, meaning profit, by selling your product. This doesn't mean that you're profitable yet. It just means that you've unlocked the path to profitability, should you choose to take that path. Now, you must get economies of scale going so that you can actually reach that next milestone. It's about this time in your startup's life cycle when you start hearing those frustrating gripes, perhaps from your own employees or perhaps from industry experts. Gripes like, "We no longer innovate," or "the platform feels stale." This makes you start thinking about exploring some new innovative product opportunities to add to your core business. You come up with half a dozen, let's say, and tell the team to execute on the best ones. Sounds simple enough, but it never is. Because as a startup scales, more and more pressure is put on its team to meet the current internal and external demands of scaling. With more features come more bug fixes. With more systems come more workflows to fix and integrations to support. With more customers come more customer requests and more customer support tickets. With more employees come more policies and more employee relations issues. With more revenue comes more accounting. And with more scale, just generally comes more tech and operational debt to fix. This is all about running the business, sometimes called keeping the lights on, although I don't like that expression because it grossly undervalues the work that has to be done to scale existing business operations. Scaling creates a lot of work in running the business. Innovating requires changing the business. Teams are so often so busy running the business that when a new opportunity is identified, there are no resources available to help implement the opportunity to change the business. Now, expecting a couple of people pulled aside from their day job to successfully drive new business opportunities for your company is like hiring one person to do a house remodel. Business strategists come into play when a business needs to introduce a change. Change is a strain on any startup, and too much change is a bad thing. So it's important to balance running the business with changing the business. And like most things in life, you can apply the 80-20 rule to how much resources you want to invest in running your business, let's say 80%, versus changing your business, so that would be the 20%. The 80-20 rule is always just a rule of thumb. With the fast pace of changes into the tech world, tech startups in particular need to be vigilant about keeping up with the changing needs of their customers and the new opportunities that new technologies bring with it. For most startups ready to scale operations, changing the business should really be about 20% of the overall efforts of the startup. Now, if you are innovating while scaling, put on that business strategy hat and do these 4 things well. First of all, help your team allocate roughly 20% of their time to supporting new opportunities, leaving that 80% left to run the business. Using the 80-20 rule is going to help you keep front of mind the reality that it takes more than just a couple of people to drive a new initiative. Second, Ensure that this 20% is focused on supporting the same set of opportunities rather than each team implementing their own separate opportunities in a siloed effort to change the business. I have often seen teams have the best of intentions of driving new innovation within a company, but they all believe a different innovation is the path to success. Your job is to align all your teams to execute on a commonly agreed upon set of innovations. Otherwise, your teams are likely to waste resources on uncoordinated strategies. Third, understand that 80% of the company's resources, in most cases, is needed to still run the business, which means you need to be thoughtful about limiting change efforts, prioritizing just a few new strategic opportunities at a time, and waiting to complete or abandon one strategic opportunity before adding a new one for the business to implement. Prioritization is often the hardest skill for founders and CEOs to exercise. And finally, make sure that you take the time to identify goals for every new opportunity your teams undertake and ways to measure progress against those goals. And then also make sure to require reporting on achievement against those goals on a regular basis. If you do those 4 things well, you will have set a strong foundation of continuing to be an innovative company as you still scale your core business. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please click the thumbs up and subscribe. If you have a topic that you'd like me to discuss in my next video, please let me know in comments. I'll see you next time.